TNC's turn to ban.
Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Beyond the Summit presentation of the Boston Majors Southeast Asian Qualifier. This is going to be TNC versus Fnatic here in the group stage, and it couldn't be a more consequential match for the current standings here. Unfortunately for Fnatic, they've lost 2 games in a row, and now they are looking at potentially being knocked out of the top 4, despite having a nearly flawless run in day 1. WG, Unity, as well as TNC are just nipping at their heels, and this game will pretty much decide one of these teams being guaranteed in the top 4. So, with a 4th loss potentially pending for either side, both are hungry to prove what they're capable of, and here we have an interesting first phase of bans and an interesting draft ahead as we bring you the commentary here on BTS4. I'm myself and Blaze, and I'm joined by none other than Lumi.
I mean, to be fair, Fnatic on their first day had really easy matches, right? Actually, the tough match was the one that we casted last night, towards the end, was Fnatic versus WG.
Yeah, their only loss.
And then they lost that one, so honestly, Fnatic has lost to has won against every quote-unquote bad team, and has lost against every quote-unquote good team.
Well, that's where we have to see where TNC ride the line on that one.
Are they good or bad? This is what this game comes down to.
Into the dumpster or ascending to the heavens of the playoff bracket, we'll have to see.
Yeah.
Opening up with a first pick, Vengeful Spirit. This is something that can actually be played very effectively by Demon as a 5-position support, but we also have seen it in a couple of games as a 1-position carry.
Okay. Do you think Fnatic's one of those teams that will run it like that?
Only if they have to. I feel like they're much more likely to put it as a support, and then if they realize that the game is going way too slowly and they need to amp up the tempo, they'll swap it. Similar to what we got to see from Misery at TI6. The switch up of the Naga Siren being the support and the Vengeful Spirit being the carry was the game changer for Digital Chaos versus eHome, and I'm expecting the possibility, at least, the versatility of the hero is present.
Okay. A couple of the OP hero, quote-unquote, is still in the pool. Warlock being one of them, although Fnatic had the overall first pick, they don't pick it.
I've seen less of Warlock today overall, actually. I don't think I've seen a single game of it, which is interesting because it's definitely the most dominant region where it's gotten picked up. Like,
oh, by the way, sorry to cut you off. I just noticed that Demon's now drafting again.
Demon's back in the chair.
It's Mushi drafting, I think, even at the beginning of day.
Yeah, it's interesting because back at the Summit 5, it was actually a bounce between Mushi and 343. And 343 actually had to sit in the drafting chair to
really
kind of get them out of a tilt. So I feel like, I don't know if you caught the last Fnatic game, but it was extremely frustrating for them. It must have been, because they were just hounded on at every angle. Mushi ended up dying a lot on the Mirana, just getting caught out every single time by an enemy Batrider. And I talked about it in the game, but I'm going to rephrase it here. Can Fnatic tilt themselves out of this tournament? Like,
I think they already have. I think they already. If you're gonna switch a drafter in mid-tournament, I've never seen this actually work.
Well, there's a first for everything. Jimmy is a hell of a captain, and we'll see if he's got the ability to shoulder it here. However, if he's first pick, he gets from support bench just to guarantee his own support pick. That's something else. We'll see. And it very well might be if we do see Juggernaut played by Raven in the safe lane rather than Mushi in the mid.
Alright, meanwhile the SI Ogre, PA. I mean, gives them the opportunity to go on offensive lane or offensive dual lane. Most likely will not be the case, but it's there.
They're going for the MVP strat. They're just going for crits and RNG. They're looking to run them down and just fucking obliterate. Like, this is going to be a slugfest. If TNC can really get the momentum they want, they can do so much work. And Bloodless is actually really good on PA. Like, it allows her to just dive that much more efficiently, get a couple more hits in each time you go, and that allows you to, of course, get the extra crits that you need. So, expecting a lot already from this opener. TNC gonna bring it hot and heavy into the early game.
Yep, we do see the Tide Hunter being taken out. I think Faceless is really the only one team that's still using Tide right now, but you can imagine how good it will be against a team that is looking to tower dive you early into the game.
I think that TNC's game plan is to not have to buy BBs. If they can ban out all the magical heroes that kind of frustrate them, then they can just kind of focus on the physical aspect of the game and just avoid BKBs altogether. That would probably be ideal.
I mean, if that's true, and if Fnatic wants to thwart that plan, is there a hero that screams you have to buy BKB apart from Tidehunter?
I mean, Disruptor is definitely one of those heroes that incentivizes BKBs quite a bit.
Okay.
Puck, if you're looking at mid heroes, those heroes are just nullified so heavily by Black King Bar that
Maybe Earth Spirit on the support as well.
yeah, not bad at all. So. These heroes are any good, really good chain stunners and things along those lines. But when you look at just the Vengeful Spirit Juggernaut open, you look at a lot of physical damage, a lot of abilities that go right through Edge community. So already, like, you're setting that tone. Like, you used to see Vengeful Spirit Juggernaut Beastmaster, and they made it so that even when BKB was good,
not that good. Yeah. Oh, they take out the Beastmaster, so there you go.
All right, they're worried about the Aura Cleave, the Vengeance Aura plus the Primal. I haven't played Beastmaster in so long, man. That hero actually it's been completely out of meta, but what is it? The Inner Beast. There we go. That's the aura. Anyways, from there we've got ourselves no Aura Cleave, still some good push potential. Wondering what Fnatic's overall game plan will be going into phase 2. They will have to show their hand at that point.
Fnatic actually takes out Bounty Hunter, which I'm not sure if TNC was gonna grab anyways. It's a hero that they actually tend to pick up a lot. Well,
all right.
That is that's gonna force Fnatic to get some BKBs. We're gonna turn it around.
Yeah, most likely. I mean, Juggernaut's probably still gonna delay it as long as possible, maybe like a 4th or 5th item, rather than picking up like 2nd or 3rd, like some heroes have to. But to me, this incentivizes bench carry. Like, if you can just get a hero that isn't reliant on her stun and swap to make fights happen, and instead just goes ahead and gets desolated in a Dragonlance and just kills people by hitting them, that works fine for me. Like, this global silence allows the PA to dive so aggressively without any response. You're not going to get like an Oracle ulti, you're not going to get a Venge swap out. These things won't come into play because the umbrella covers this PA as she goes for the dives.
What if you just pick some heroes that are not that effective by the global silence? For example, something like a Viper that is really good at sitting in the front, pretty good against tower diving strategy as well, right? You give that Viper strike on the PA, and suddenly she's not in the prettiest spot. I'm not sure if Mushi's down on playing the Viper, but he might not have a choice because he's not drafting.
No, I actually think Mushi could be in the position to play the Juggernaut here. Ohio's definitely going to be in the Nietzsche's Prophet. Raven or Mushi could play the Jug, and then the Venge could be either to Demon or to Raven. But I would really actually like to see this core Venge. I would love to see a Dragonlance Dezo, something that, again, just doesn't care about the global. You just hit things, and you get tanky, because you can build all these things like Power Treads and Dragonlance. So that allows you to really subvert the burst potential of the PA and still contribute to the game when the global's active. Furion's going to be in that line of thought. Oh, still for Drow. If you wanted to go for support Venge, you could go for Drow Ranger. It's not great against PA because of the gap close, but it makes Nature's Prophet so deadly in terms of right clicks.
TNC runs at you more. This pairs really well with that silencer pick. Blink Hall, Global. I do believe this... Well, no, WG was the team that had the Axe PA, right? Remember that Roshan fight where Axe came in, they messed up Fnatic really, really bad and gave them the first loss?
Yeah.
I do believe it wasn't... Excuse me, it wasn't Axe that started the fight.
Yeah, but I think it was more like the TA...
Oh, Axe TA, not PA. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, TA was able to follow it up pretty nicely. They had the trap vision, and that's how they got the intel they needed. Right. But still a very bursty combo that can generate a lot of kill traction very early. Tinker's going to be the pickup, so you're looking for maybe a mid option that can't be affected too heavily by Silencer. Tinker's not one among them. He might be able to go for like a Yules or something later, but for the most part, he is going to be still pretty spot.
Yeah, I think Tinker's going to have a tough time. I mean, the mid hero on TNC hasn't been shown yet, but he is going to be going on him. Axe is going to be on him. The catch potential on TNC is not the greatest at the moment, but if somehow they get vision on Tinker, TNC will find their way towards that Tinker. That's what the Venge.
Of course, Laser Blind going to be coming into play here to try to make sure the PA doesn't get those easy crits. But if the Ogre Magic just sits mid with an Orb of Venom, he can just make the PA win the lane. You won't get like 5 kills because the Tinker will sit under tower and laser, but he's not going to be able to CS compared to the PA. Just because you Ogre, you ignite. If he ever is outside the tower radius, you just ignite and right-click him twice, and he has to sit back. So I think in this position they can kind of still camp out that lane. It will open up the Nature's Prophet lane a little bit, so it's kind of a given.
Well, I'm going to say that despite liking Avenge Core, I don't think we're...
No, definitely not now.
Not going to that direction anymore. So what's that final pick, support pick that
10 seconds
ideally give
remaining.
you some protection to that MP and the Tinker?
Pudge. No.
5
I
seconds
don't know. I mean, what does AU want in this kind of position? We've seen him pick up a variety of heroes in
Resolve
like
time.
his past teams. I'm not sure if all the TNC data really counts as for much here, because of course TNC have 2 members that know those drafts inside and out. So drafting against a former teammates is always complicates things. It makes it so that you can't really just dip into the same old strategy.
I feel like Kunkka is a kind of fine balance hero, give you some good defense, but we're gonna go with the Chen.
Okay, hard push,
TNC's
healing
turn
ward,
to pick.
just call,
Sure.
holy persuasion. Let's go.
To me, this is a very easy Mirana pick. Generally seen as quote-unquote a counter to Chen because you could arrow down the creeps and kind of deal with them that way. Of course, in the late game, Mirana gets that
10
split pushing
seconds
potential that could
remaining.
kind of give the Chen death ball a lot of worries.
5
Is that a good pick
seconds remaining.
versus the mid tinker, you think?
I actually think they're looking at like maybe a PA mid and then the safe lane. Nope,
Oh.
they're gonna go Alchemist mid. Okay, so still gonna be able to take advantage of the weaker creeps from Chen with the acid spray just generating income the other way. If you can axe call the Chen creeps, you're already gonna be able to deal with them to an extent. In the end, though, I think it's just a lack of damage. The fact is they're going to be able to gradually bring towers and such down, but unless Fnatic have a ton of momentum, Alchemist around level 11 is just going to be able to heal through all this damage.
Well, there is what do you call it, penitence plus laser rockets. That's Duke. So maybe you could burst down Alchemist early. And I guess Chen's one of those heroes that could invade either jungle, keep track of Alchemist's stack. Stacking in a game where there's a Chen can get more dangerous. How long will the game be?
5 hours. I don't do the predictions here, but we got AU boots first on the Chen. Trying to, I guess, deal with the ogre when he's really moving out early. Like smoke and boots shows that you want to make something happen on the map, right? Assuming he doesn't get, but it's also risky because you don't get sentry. Like you have, well, okay, no, actually, Demon still just goes for the full ghetto support build and has 1 branch and 1 tango to his name, and he's gonna go for the sentries and the ops. So, end result means that they are gonna be able to unblock the camps if they need to, and that Chen should be able to find some good creeps to smoke around with. Windlace cast, ready to lead the charge, and Cuckoo is gonna be that mid alchemist. This mid lane is actually going to be pretty decisive, I think, as far as generating momentum.
And I'm thinking about the draft a bit more. I feel like the Chen pick, final pick, is actually going to do a lot. I think the Axe is going to be somewhat wary going into the standard Iron Talon jungle if he's doing it, but hold that thought. Ravens has been, they actually go on Cuckoo. Cuckoo is going to drop the Acid Spray, so none of that Grievous Screed just yet. Raven now on the left side, going to be a little bit troll. Battle Hunger being dropped on him. Is he going to going down? Come on, right kick Battle Hunger is
I hope they get
south.
Oh boy. He's actually not going to be. He's going to be right-click down by Ohio. AU's going to draw the first blow with the boots. And they're even going to get cast. One of the tankiest heroes, level 1, is going to be right-click down.
Third
Rio
kill.
as well. And it's not even just the fact that this starts off with 3-0. They had to skill up Axe's Battle Hunger and the Alchemist's Acid Spray. 2 skills that you do not want level 1. They had to sacrifice 2 critical skill choices. I get the Arcane Curse for the Silencer, which will do very little against a Nature's Prophet directly, and they just lost 3 lives. How could that be worse?
Anti-Mage gets the Bounty Rune. I mean, that helps. Looks like he's going to go top lane. Well, not has spin, but it's fine, I guess. You know, you get that level 2 after the 1 wave, and you should be fine. Defensive tri-lane with the Silencer.
Bounty Rune doesn't even give experience at 0 minutes, though.
Yeah, but, you know, the goal helps.
The goal helps. And we're going to go for the aggro try, trying to leverage what Silencer can accomplish against multiple heroes with the Arcane Curse and hopefully stealing some ints, but I don't know. I think that Demon just has to play back, and yeah, Raven will get less farm. That's just kind of how the cookie crumbles. You get Poor Man's Shield Magic Stick, and then you just take what you can get.
But AU getting the first kill and helping the team to get the second. I mean, he is going to be getting the Arcane Boots pretty much now, right? Like right after this camp dies, Arcane. I'm not sure how much you could do with an early Arcane on Chen, but you know, that's one less item he needs to get a little bit later on.
A Battle Hunger only Axe is trying to man up on the Nature's Prophet, forgetting that without the spin, he's actually taking a lot of damage, and this is going to be another kill, I think.
No.
Orb of Venom, Nature's Prophet will get the final right-click in. This Orb of Venom Windlace is allowing him to have a movement speed advantage despite Battle Hunger, and Axe is not realizing that he's really weak without his passive.
All right, this is not... Okay, let's remind the viewers how important this game is, right? essentially you're almost fighting for a tournament live.
Yeah. Like, this could be dramatically shifting who is going to be able to make it at least into the tiebreakers. And at this position, you're starting the game off down 4 kills before 2 minutes.
Okay, looks like we're going to see the first Rinfight cast coming in, but so is Chen. Chen does not have his army with you. No, the wild game will come through.
Not much of an army, but, you know, the Satyr's got the backup too. You got the armor and the HP regen. You're able to sustain through a lot, maybe even fight into Acid Spray, but... Yeah, not really the scariest combo, and he's probably looking for more. He's actually already stacked up the central camp. It's good for Chens who just want to always pick his favorite creep. As well, if he does find a Wild Wing, which he does have one, farm that up for a quick level 3.
And that's a second stack that he's on, so he already killed the first one. He does have that 1,000 go. I'm expecting a Arcane, but obviously with the start...
You go Ags, I think.
Okay, you think so?
Yeah, I've seen a lot of Ags rushes on the CIS Chens, and I think that this could be really solid in this game. Because,
I mean, if you're looking to push, like, there's no better item, I think. Even better than Mech, Greaves, that kind of stuff.
Like, there's no direct way to deal with it. The PA is not going to get much face time with these Ancients, is not going to be able to dagger them, so...
Acid Spray's okay, but...
Acid Spray okay, but it's like a golem, it's like a dragon, like, it's not that easy to bring down through this little small spell that'll tick over time.
From past experience, when I play Chen and you go straight Ags, what you often run into trouble is your levels, right? Even hitting level 11 sometimes is difficult.
Sure.
If you're, you know, pushing and grouping up with your team so much. So,
but he's already gotten 2 kills. He's cleared out 1.
Yeah, no, he's doing great right now.
Like, I was about to say, like, oh, his Wild Wing can help him get level 3. No, he's got 3. He's about to get 4 off of this double stack. I don't think the levels would be a problem, man.
Okay. Well, what is the problem is Fnatic's internet. Hopefully they make it back. They did have a very tilting loss coming into this, so I was a little bit, wary for them. We talked about the drafter changing from Mushi to Demon, so that's not a good sign. But there's one way to start off a game for you. Dota 2. It's this.
Yeah, if you can reset morale, it's through getting 4 kills, laughing about how the Axe has only battle hunger, and then
dying in lane again.
Yeah, and then killing him with an Orb of Venom, Nature's Prophet.
Yeah.
Like, that's delicious.
Okay. TNC is going to be maintaining the trialing. I guess one nice thing to get out of this is making sure Raven doesn't get superbly farmed.
Yeah.
But, we say that he's perfectly happy with that stuff.
He's got his boots, he's going to have Poor Man's Shield, and then, really, there's not much that they can do. The Ogre's trying to help out the mid lane now because Cuckoo's having a really rough time of it, and that's equating to less threat against the Juggernaut. Because if you go too hard on the Juggernaut, there's always that risk of the Chen just moving in and doing work. As far as early wards that they get down, the Dire do not have any observers in play at all? Am I wrong?
I wonder if they got warded?
I mean, Tihe has 1 observer ward on hand, and then 1, they didn't even buy it. They just bought 1 ward. What cheapskates?
I think that's the ward that refreshes, right?
That's a fat. It's only 2 minutes in the game. I don't think so.
No, I think you could buy 1 2 minutes in, unless I'm totally wrong.
Maybe.
Maybe it got dewarded. Raven's gonna be forced back for now. And I guess the Hadouken creep could just sit here, give him a little bit of HP regen, harassed Fiora a bit.
See, but for now, Wild Wing is clearing out the stack, getting AU his level 4, and at that point you're jumping in with a level 2 Test of Faith, a very easy way to enable a kill with like a level 3 Juggernaut with the Blade Fury.
Yep. Casts in this jungle. That is the one concern if you're running a dedicated offensive trialing, is that you can't stack for Alchemist, but it's like we have slowed down the aggression. I say that though, Riora's gonna get stunned. Yukin's gonna be there. He's looking to get the Blink Strike off and make it down.
So hard to pin down the PA in that manner, but at least putting pressure back out the other way. Now, is Mushi any worse off because he went for the March Machines at the beginning? Like,
nah,
it's still
fine.
A great spell, but it's not one that we see as often these days. The nuke build of the laser and heat-seeking missiles seems much more common.
Yeah, he might lose out on the time when it comes to dominance, but you already have a advantage matchup where range versus melee, blind's already so good against.
Alchemist didn't start with like 500 extra gold.
Right.
Those kinds of things add up.
Fnatic.
And SMH having to jungle his way back to a good health bar. He's gonna go ahead, clear this out, and then seems to be TPing back Is he just now a jungle axe? Did they sacrifice their entire safe lane? Alright.
It's not looking good. Maybe he's looking to stack before he goes back. Yeah,
That's what I thought,
he's
but
gonna stack the wolves.
if he stays, I'm looking very uncertainly at this TNC lineup.
Actually,
He's about to be nuked down, spun on 4 heroes, and a lot of creeps suddenly showing up and saying, okay, where are you going, buddy?
Oh, we are blinked right into the team here. But
Luckily, there's no control.
Yeah.
I mean, could he have been sprouted? He does not have any tree cutters. I think that could have been a sprout from Ohio.
maybe it was out of range, but regardless, they're gonna get themselves a tier 1 tower. We are 4 minutes in. All right.
That is the first tower destruction. Alright. Fnatic really just turning up the tempo, stepping on the gas. And gonna be hitting the tier 2. I actually think they can take this tier 2 tower. They've got level 1 Vengeance Aura, got another 3 Treants coming in, and you've got the Chen creeps as well.
I mean, what the hell is Ogre Silencer gonna do?
Absolutely nothing. This is a tier 2 tower, absolutely on. They even stop for tier 3. What is that? They are just what they're gonna do is they're gonna force like 4 heroes to rotate.
I mean, move Alchemist to Acid Spray. I think that will stop the push. But
Yeah, but if you
make him
any,
move, right? You make him move.
Yeah, if you get any hero to rotate, then you're like, yes, we are in a really, really good spot this game.
Yeah, and we are gonna see that push. Guys, 5 minutes in, Fnatic making the high ground. Alright, Axe gonna cut the feet.
Okay, never mind. They're actually just gonna take the tier 3 tower.
Yep, he's dead.
Damage is dead, and with that,
Oh my god.
they're gonna keep pushing, like for real, not even fake pushing. It looks like this spray is a little bit too strong. They're gonna just get a really good ward out and make their way.
So they got 2 towers and an Axe skill. That's
This Ogre's level 1. They're pushing tier 3s, and Ogre is level 1.
Oh my god. And Ogre's thinking to myself, oh shoot, I stacked those camps. Like, you think it's Alchemist could take it, you know, more down the blind. But now you see Mushi, he's already checking it out. He gets wind of that stack on the right side, he'll be marching it.
Look at this. They know the tower is gone. They're putting a ward down to get intel
man.
for later. This is a good cost investment ward. I can't believe this game has become so one-sided off of just that one level 1 smoke play. I mean, like, TNC wanted that fight. They're like, okay, we're going Acid Spray, we're going Battle Hunger, we're going to win this fight, and they're not even going to see it coming. And the exact opposite
Are you sure? Are you sure they actually got those spells for the fight? Or
he had
did the fight
Acid Spray
break
the
out?
second that he saw them. Like, he didn't
Well,
hesitate at all.
obviously, as soon as you them, you take Acid Spray, but
They were the ones smoking halfway through the Radiant.
yeah,
Temple.
that's the questionable thing. You have an Alchemist. You shouldn't be taking level 1 fights.
No, he definitely intended to. They
Okay.
wanted the surprise factor and they thought it would be enough, but
Oh.
no.
Kuku's gonna get himself a rune, so that's decent. But meanwhile, as we say that though, another tier 1 goes down mid. Tier 1 top is being sieged off. Oh, I don't know how you recover in this. Really don't.
It's a real question. It's got to be through the Acid Spray, maxing that out, trying to get more counter push out. When you get multicast, the Bloodlust can, you know, or the Ignite can actually do some good damage. Ohio is gonna be able to TP because his Ogre is level 2. And even a level 3 Ogre might not have that point of fire blast needed.
Talk about multicast. We're level 3.
But when he gets it, then the Ignite will be AoE. That's what I mean.
Right.
Instead, it's going to be actually a dead Ogre, I think. It depends where Mushi goes. He goes for Rear, and with
Ohio.
the
Yeah.
double damage and a quick laser, that is going to be another kill.
Alright.
20% chance to get out, but no.
Chen's going for mech. You know, I think he's so far ahead that it doesn't really matter what he gets. As long as
Blink Dagger Chen going in.
Maybe that matters. But yeah, a mech would have been great. You know, Ags would have been fine. Anything. Any good pushing items. Blats even, whatever.
No, I completely agree with you. It's so, like, they have such an advantage that there's, like, no reason to play this like a Tinker game and go, like, slow siege with Ancient Black Dragons. Just play this like a, we're 8-0 game and just snowball them so hard. BOT is already up for Tinker if he feels that's necessary. They've got drums. They're going to have a mech, the Juggernaut, FaZe, and Aquila. Like, they've just 5-man. Just go hit their buildings. And if Alchemist doesn't already have an Acid Spray down, they're losing those buildings.
Yep. Speaking of which, they are going to lose top. Demon does have 2-point aura. I think, given the situation, the perfect skill build. In fact, I want him to actually take a 3rd point aura.
Yeah, definitely.
As they maintain that push.
I think he will. And more summons, more skeletons. Hopefully those don't get touched by the Alchemist.
I mean, I think going up high ground is a kind of different story against TNC. So that's something that TNC could hold on to, but
starting a game 10 minutes in with all the tiers down.
The damage has already been done at that point.
Boy. I can't believe what I'm seeing.
I mean, this is why people don't like best of ones, right? Or at least the players don't, because a random game like this could happen. or you get super unlucky at minute 1 and that determines the game. I'm talking as if we're counting TNC out. They are super advantage, but like I said, they can hold the high ground. They still have acid spray.
Alchemist doesn't die easy, that's for sure. PA, not the same story. She can get pretty much nuked down by every spell and just die.
Yeah. Alright, looks like we're gonna go into the Roshan pit. Demon is already there. So is AU with his army of Chantry. Won't be the fastest road, but they'll get it for sure.
Not really losing anything from it, as they just take it slowly and yeah, Wave Tear, Vendora, all that good stuff to clean this up easy. Oh, with the healing ward. And even at TP top, Ohio's trying to make a move beforehand with the help of the Tinker, really emphasize the globe presence. While the Tinker will cancel his TP, that is going to be Roshan as well as the Juggernaut Aegis.
Rior had to blink out. If he eats a Raph, a laser rocket, he's gone. So, well, one of those games that you don't see PA getting farmed, which is pretty rare. But man, kind of forget how farm dependent this hero is, because normally she gets a safe lane farm.
She usually gets like a baseline of farm, right? Like unless it's a support PA who still is able to do something with like the Orb of Venom, Blightstone, or Medallion. Here you're seeing a PA with literally nothing, and it's so weak.
Oh, here comes the high ground push. Acid spray will need to be there. Axe, is he gonna go for a straight blink? He's so far away. Like I don't know.
They'll just go top. They say, okay, well, now the backdoor protection is down. I have an Aegis and a healing ward. Let's go. And with no acid spray, they're ready to just have the Arbiter bring in the army and go to work.
Well, I don't know if dodging from mid to top to dodge the acid spray is the plan, because the cooldown is so low.
Yeah, with Radiant's acid spray, it makes sense. With this, it might be a little bit of an over.
Right.
And they might be outthinking themselves.
Okay. Kuku does have the armlet finish, so we're getting there.
This will be the comeback of the century, dude. We are 11 minutes in, and it's a 13,000 net worth deficit. 5k experience.
Right, I actually think the most important player right now is Anti-Mage, right? If you get the blink, you have a chance.
Sure.
I mean, that's the only way to start a fight. Ohio now will come back. Rior is going to be the one sprouted, but it looks like Anti-Mage is going to tank the gank for the team. He will go down. Rior survives, but
Cooker's just running. He's like, gotta get the acid. Gotta counter push. Some freebies with the skeletons, it looks like, but yeah, you've got to have your acid spray at every single tower that's being pressured, and they're just hitting each and every one of them. Yeah. They want all 3 lanes pressuring, and they can't report top. They're gonna hit 2 at a time, and Cuckoo cannot answer it. He's getting farm, but here we're getting damage on the top 3 with the help of Chen.
I really love this split.
Ohio. It's so good, and in a long range, they just killed the Alchemist. They kill him in his own base with the Tinker. He just doesn't have enough tank, and I think he armlet toggles at the wrong time. Has to fly back. Flies back at 12 minutes and cancels his own TP. This game is done, boys.
Well, Rax is now fully breached. Mage looking forward, but there's a healing ward. T, he gets swapped in. T's gonna be dead. No glow will be dropped. Magic Missile hits on Kuku. Still walking off. I think so. They're just call on the creeps. Can't even kill the creeps. And now the melee's out of Rax. It's down in 12 minutes.
I didn't have even time to switch to net worth graphs this game, and we have buyback status already up. They are finalizing this game.
Alright.
They've taken top lane, they're looking at bottom. Ohio just walks away, walks it off. It is just fine here, as they are just dominating, and Tinker damage is just way too much for the context of the game. Normally, it's just, hey, it hurts, watch out for that. No, it's literally, I can kill you if you mess up anything about your armlet.
Is this time to sing praises about Demon's drafting skills?
Oh my god. If you attribute this to the draft, you are out of your mind.
Well, look, the Chen pick did a lot. I'm saying, do you see him running down towers?
Yeah, he did. The Chen did a lot in that level 1 fight. You're absolutely correct. He had boots and he right-clicked people.
Yeah, he got first blood in the second kill and third, so... Alright, TNC looking to make that whole swap back in, immediately getting completely blown up. Kuku, dive back here. 12-0, it's Fnatic. And it's like now.
I can't believe it went so drastically in Fnatic's favor off of one massive misstep by TNC. Moving into the jungle, fighting off way more than they could shoot, and now down 3, maybe 4 rack. AG is out. It's a 13-minute game looming.
12-0.
Amazing. Woo! I can't believe it just transpired that way. I mean, this was such a close and consequential match for these guys. This is the Boston Major, a $3 million tournament, and the qualifier here is started off by the group stage.